Here is everybody's favorite, the Lasko 3733's cousin, the Galaxy 4733 box fan. This is a 20-inch box fan, high performance movement. It has 3 quiet speeds, perhaps if you have hearing loss, compact design, lightweight, quiet, perhaps if you have hearing loss, energy efficient operation, costs less than 2 cents per hour to operate, 1-year limited warranty, and it has a patented fused safety plug. And it looks like the original owner maintained the sticker that would have come on the fans to talk about the feet. The other side is the same. Graphics in a little bit of condition. So I thought that we had a real gem here because this box design looked like the early 2010s and late 90s models, but this is actually a 2008 model, so it's not exactly what I was looking for, but it's close enough, and it looks pretty much the same. When I put these up on the shelf together, they'll fit right in. So this is it's a 2008 model, and it's sold at Walmart. Galaxy was, I want to say it was a Walmart store brand, because I don't believe that anything else came under the name besides fans. But Galaxy fans were made by Lasko. It's pretty much the same product as far as I can tell, and Galaxy was sold exclusively at Walmart, and these things were unbelievably cheap. The price tag is still here, which is pretty cool. This sold in the summer of 2008 for $12.44. According to the government inflation calculator, if you inflate that to the pricing of today, allegedly that's around $17, which doesn't seem right to me. I think I feel like everything is going up a lot more than that, but that's what the statistic says. Now, as of today, these are selling for, the 3733 I believe this year is selling for around $23 at the local, the Home Depot. So these have gone up. However, it is worth noting that even at the time, I believe the Galaxy branded ones sold for several dollars less than the Lasko branded ones, which is still kind of bizarre because I think it was the same product, but I guess not having the Lasko name on there, having the Galaxy name, for whatever reason, made it less money. I don't know how that stuff works. It's kind of a joke, but anyways, so here it is, the Galaxy 4733 in the box. It's definitely not new, but it's not very used either. I wouldn't be surprised if we only have 1 season on this thing. Let's take this out. Unfortunately, the feet are gone. Not that that's any surprise, but those can in fact still be ordered. Set the box aside for the rest of the video. I do want to keep the box in good shape. I like boxes. Boxes are even more rare than the fans at this point. So here is the fan itself. I remember these pretty vividly. I have 1 or 2 others that's a little bit older. I have some of the recalled ones, and I think the one that I remember was actually the recalled model. But there was a classroom that had a Galaxy 4733, and I do think that it was the older recalled model. But this classroom had no air conditioning in this classroom, and the fan was usually in the window. But the stupid thing was that when say it was raining or whatever out, the instructor would shut the window, put the fan back on the windowsill, and shut it on. And it's like, what? Because if you put the fan up against the window with it shut, it's not going to move any air, right? Because if the air can't get into the back of the fan, it's not going to come out the front. Duh. And it just, it was always baffling to me that, for one, the thing didn't break, right? Because the motor would have been running real hot. But it ran like that for years. And then the other thing that was baffling to me is it's like you turn it on, you can hear it's not, doesn't sound right. You can feel it's not moving in the air, and you say, "Okay, great, it's ready to run." Like, are you kidding me? I don't know what it was with the people at that school, but this is the same school where the different instructor would put on the air conditioner to fan only and say it's broken, it doesn't cool. Oh gosh, I remember that. Sitting in that classroom sweltering, because back in my days when we went to school, they didn't shut it when it was hot out. You know, if it was 95 degrees and humid, you went to school, you sweltered on the bus, and you sat in the classroom and you sweat. That's what we did. The school never shut because it was hot out. That was unheard of. And so I remember in June, if we had to go to school into June, if there was a lot of snow, we'd be sitting in this classroom. We got this big 1-ton Hampton Bay Fetters air conditioner in the window. And this instructor would put it on to fan, or sometimes it would get put on to cool and the temperature would be all the way up, like on the hot side. So it wouldn't run a compressor. And it was so stupid, it was ridiculous. Anyways, so that was that. Let's turn this thing on. First, we'll review the condition of it. It's in pretty good condition. Still, the guard's got a little bit of shine to it still. The badge is in good shape. It's kind of dirty in the top, but I think it should clean up pretty good. Don't see much rust or anything. There's like some residual molding left on the blade. The motor's got a lot of tie wraps in there. That's kind of weird. It looks like it's got some kind of fine, almost sheetrock dust in there. I wonder if this was purchased for a project, used once and never again. It's kind of got that amount of dust on there. By 2008, these were not that powerful anymore. This one, the recalled one, was powerful. It's got a big blade on there, a strong motor. This one has got a fairly thin blade. Probably performs about the same as the ones made today. It says 0.8 amps. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as the one made today. The ones made today. There we go. We'll start it up on the low. At 118 volts, we have 0.54 amps, 64 watts, with a power factor of 0.98, which is pretty good. Now this actually is much quieter than I thought it was going to be. Much quieter than I thought. Huh. Well, I guess these were still better in 2008 than they are now. The airflow is okay. It's pretty decent. It's reasonable for 0.5 amps. I've only got 2 minutes of film left here. Alright, the medium. I remember this switch very vividly, because the one that I had, the 3733, had a completely different switch. And I thought this switch was odd at the time. So on medium, that's 0.64 the amps, 76 the watts, with a power factor of 1. So I stand by the fact that these motors, although a lot of people did not like them in relation to the older Marco motors, I think that these motors are halfway decent. And the reality is, if you keep it remotely clean, these do last a long time. And the bearings are consistently pretty good as well. Let's see if it tips over on the high. It might. No, actually it's pretty stable still. 0.80 the amps, right on the nose. 91 the watts. The power factor is 0.97. has the best power factor on medium for whatever reason. Yeah, this is surprisingly quiet. It's much quieter than the pedal blade sets usually are. It's shaking a bit, but actually feels like it's in pretty reasonable balance. I think it's only shaken because it's just so lightweight. It doesn't take much to move it at all. Across the road, I can feel here. It's not bad. As I've said many times, it's no 223, it's nothing with a metal blade, but for $12, this will move the air and keep you comfortable. It serves its purpose. Here is a Galaxy 4733 20-inch box fan with high performance movement, 3 quiet speeds, a compact design, lightweight, quiet, energy efficient operation, and a 1-year limited warranty with the patented fused safety plug. I just picked this up today at a local sale for $5.